Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Dougie. Today, we're going to do a nice dish that I've seen floating around the internet a bit. It's a French onion chicken. So, it is chicken, and we're going to use boneless, skinless thighs that I've already prepped a little bit, but we're going to season them first. For seasoning these things, what we're going to do is I've got some fresh herbs from my garden. I've got fresh oregano, some fresh thyme, a little rosemary, and garlic. I've got seasoned salt, black pepper, and Old Bay. So I'm going to chop all these things up. We're going to incorporate these together and let this marinate for about 3 or 4 hours, and then we'll come back and finish the dish. So let me get started on this prep. Okay, we've got our items prepped. I've got about 9 cloves of garlic here. I've got my herbs. This is probably 3 tablespoons. So if you don't have fresh herbs, you can use whatever you have. Italian seasoning works just fine. So let's get started. I've got the chicken. We're gonna put some salt on it first, a little seasoned salt. And we're gonna do both sides, but I'll do one of everything and then flip it over and begin again. Okay, that was a seasoned salt. Let's put a little bit of Old Bay. Some pepper. Okay, let's go about half the garlic on this side. It'll be everywhere, it doesn't matter. We're just giving it the flavor. And half the herbs. Let's flip it over and continue. Okay, I'm going to cover this with plastic and stick it in my fridge for a few hours, and we'll saute this for our dinner and do the French onion chicken. This is just the start of it. We'll be right back. Okay, it's been about 3 or 4 hours that I've had the chicken prepped and sitting in the refrigerator covered with some plastic. We're going to get going on to the next part. This is a French onion chicken, so we've got a couple sweet onions that I've already taken the liberties of peeling, and I've got about 7 cloves of garlic. So we're gonna slice this, chop that, and put that in the bowl, and then we're gonna go over and saute the chicken. So I'm gonna start doing the onion right now. Okay, we're gonna get going on our chicken. I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in the iron skillet, maybe 2 tablespoons. And we'll put a little butter in there for flavor, maybe 1 tablespoon. The olive oil with the butter makes a nice little saute oil, but helps the butter not to burn. Got a nice coating going on here. And we're going to do all of this French onion chicken in this one skillet. It's a nice, about 2-inch deep skillet. All right. Seasoned, boneless, skinless thighs. So we're not going to cook these all the way, but we're going to get a nice sear on both sides and then put it back in the skillet and hold it. And then we're going to add some more butter and then get our onions going. This is just like smelling fantastic with the herbs and the garlic. Really smelling good. So let's take a look. Maybe we get a flip. We got a little crust going there. So I pulled my chicken. I'm going to throw about 2 more tablespoons of butter in there. And let's get our onions. Okay, I've got a low to medium heat. What we want to do here is just let that do its thing. We don't need to move it around a whole lot. We're trying to caramelize this and reduce it. As it continues to cook, we will add some sherry wine. I've got about 2 ounces of nice sherry wine to put in there, and 4 cups of beef broth that you can use from bouillon or your own or whatever you got. But I get a great beef base if the first ingredient is beef and not salt. So 4 cups of that, 2 ounces of this, and I've got about 3 more tablespoons of garlic over there that I'm going to throw on top right now. It's been about 15 minutes. We're going to roll these things, turn them over. I think we're getting a nice caramelization on the bottom. Oh yeah. About time. And so at this stage, I'm going to add my sherry wine.
Yeah, I can smell that.
That smell good?
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to put in our beef broth. And this is the basics of how you make onion soup. Very similar to this. I'll caramelize the onions much more, but I'm using a lot more onions when I'm making soup. But you know what? If you just make a little bit for hubby and you, hubby and wife. Now, we're going to bring up the heat a little bit, bring it to a boil. And once it comes to a boil, I'll reduce the heat and just bring it to a simmer. And then we're going to reduce it down where it starts getting a little thicker. And then we'll put the chicken back in, top it with some cheese, the Gruyere, and pop it into the oven to finish it off. But we're going to do the reduction right now. Okay, I've got a nice boil rolling right now. I'm going to reduce it a bit. Reduce the heat to reduce the liquid. I want a good hard simmer so it'll go quicker. We've only been going a total of 15 minutes on the onions right now, so just gonna wait and reduce some liquid, then we're gonna put our chicken back in and top it with the cheese and go in. Okay, we've been reducing for about 10 minutes. I probably got about 10 minutes to go. This is beautiful French onion soup right now, believe me. Almost there. Okay, since we're reducing really well, you see how the consistency right now? So what I'm gonna do is reintroduce the chicken and let it continue to reduce, but the chicken's really raw in the middle. So this will be great and it'll expel some flavor into the base. And finish cooking off the chicken in this beautiful mix. As it reduces. Okay, I'm going to start putting the Gruyere on top of these chicken, and then we're going to pop this baby in the oven. Gruyere is a Swiss, really nice Swiss without the holes, that is very strong, very nice. This is one of the cheeses that you put on French onion soup. I'll get a little bit more, I'm not going to be cheap. Okay, I'm going in the oven. See that? So total time there doing the reduction was about 30 minutes. So I just popped it in the oven. We'll take a look in 5 minutes to see where we're at. Okay, let's pull it out. See, take a look. Oh goodness. That looks mighty good. We're gonna let this rest for a second so that it can coagulate a bit, but oh my goodness, this looks fantastic. Okay, we have our chicken ready to rock. I put it on top of, it's a French onion chicken, and I put it on top of some pilaf. So let me give it a whirl here. See all the onions and the garlic and the reduction. Ooh, that's gonna be a hot bite. I'm nervous. Let me cut that in half. Okay, so I got everything. I got the rice, the onion. Very tasty, very easy, about an hour, but easy. It's on autopilot. Thanks for viewing, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Peace out.